Welcome back to Few Beers in the Shop. Bittersweet note. Just got word my grandfather passed away. It's very sad. 101 years old, something like that. Can't really tell, but
can't really tell.
Well, he's one of those people that like when he was young, they lost his papers and they just gave him new ones and they changed.
Oh, they changed his birthday.
Yeah.
They did it to my grandmother. She ended up being like 2 years younger than she was.
Well, that's the
or
thing.
what she thought she was.
We didn't know if my grandpa, if my grandma was right, 'cause she's like, we went to school together, same grade.
Mm-hmm.
Before she passed, she would tell us all this because we always used to make fun of her. I did. I used to tease her about I was like, "Oh, you were a cougar. You get yourself a younger man." She's like, "No, we were into school together. We were the same age." So, by that logic, 2023, he'd be 101 this year. So,
but still, he lived a long life, man.
that is a long life. So we're gonna celebrate that.
Like I said, yes, it is sad
Bittersweet.
that it happened, but at the same time, you got to celebrate somebody who has lived
That long. Yeah.
Because there are so many people out there who didn't live a real life anyway. They were their lives were cut short.
Yep.
And he got to see a lot with it. If he's 101, 102, 103,
Yeah.
you don't know. I mean, the guy lived over 100 years.
Yep. That's a
So-
century, bro.
Yes. So I would say that, yes, you should be sad, but at the same time, you
He
should be
went through
extremely
the Great
happy.
Depression,
Yeah.
World War II, 70s, the moon landing,
Yep.
even though it was fake.
Yeah.
And, yeah, dude, 100 years. The new millennium.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff. A lot of great-grandchildren.
There you go.
Yeah, so. And he at least got to meet and hold Allison, so that's I'm happy about that. We had a video call with him earlier, so it was the last, and he was kind of there but not there, and he was still talking, so bittersweet. But anyway, I don't want to just brush past that, but I don't want to dwell on it either.
No, I get you. It's it's a big thing, like we were talking about earlier. You got to know him, you got to grow up knowing him, and that's something that, like I said, I didn't have. I didn't get to know either one of my grandfathers. So the fact that you were able to have one for as long as you did, I think it's pretty cool.
Is it's sad because it happened with my grandma too, that she passed away around Christmas time.
Yeah.
So it kind of puts a cloud over the holidays.
Well, it shouldn't though, because then it's celebrating them as well. Because
it could go either way. A lot of people could dwell on the sadness of it all, or you could choose to be like, you know what, he's in a better place now.
Exactly.
And he's not suffering or whatnot. So
yep.
I choose to do the latter. I'm used to. I don't want to say I'm used to people dying around me, but it's like, you understand. 101 years. It's like it could have happened at any moment. He could have been lying in bed. He could have been in the hospital. It could have happened at any time. So, way to kickstart the Christmas episode. I know.
Yeah, I know. Merry Christmas. Yeah.
Merry Christmas, everybody. That's my gift to you. Is a little bit of a depressing story, but it just happened. I just found out a few minutes ago. So.
Yes, as I was walking through the door.
I figure I'd share that with y'all. So if I get a little bit bitter, which I don't tend to do, but it could happen. Anyway, we're doing a rehash of last year's brewery. We got different flavors this time, though.
Yes, we are doing Obscurity Brewing again from Elburn.
Yes. And
this year with their Land of Misfit beer series, we have an American Red Ale, Coach Comet American Red Ale, Airplanes That Can't Fly Belgian Golden Strong Ale, the Bumble Porter, and this last one over here, which is the Hermie Cherry Golden Ale. And Hermie was the elf that wanted to be a dentist. So
let's go back to the planes that can't fly.
Airplanes That Can't Fly Belgian Golden Strong Ale. 7.5% alcohol by volume. And it doesn't really say, they don't have descriptions on here, but It's a Belgian strong ale, so that means it's going to be a little bit more flavorful and a little bit more strong.
Yeah.
So
I got
we
you.
will start this one off.
We're splitting, right? So we can taste them?
Sure.
All right.
Ooh, that actually smells really good.
Yeah.
So I'll pour one and hand you a glass.
Cool. So it works for me. Top me off there, sir.
Oh, it's a little under,
It's okay.
just a little bit.
It's okay.
So again, this is the airplane that can't fly, the Land of Misfit beers, and this was a toy from the Land of Misfit toys. If you ever watched the cartoon,
Once upon a time, I may have watched.
I like the smell. It smells very good.
It does smell really good.
Smells a little yeasty.
Yeah.
All right, cheers.
With a little bit of citrus, if I'm not mistaken. Not off-putting, but like a.
You can tell it's
surprising.
Belgian because it's very yeast forward. Has like that bread-like feel to it to me.
Well, that's what you want around the holidays. It's all fattening bread and like sweet bread and hot chocolate and stuff.
Hot chocolate. Ooh, man. I can't do hot
Good.
chocolate
You know what?
anymore.
It's a little bit sweet towards the end.
Yes. I don't. I mean,
Almost like one of those hard candies, not the peppermint ones, or maybe. But after you get past the peppermint, you just have the sweet.
yeah. I don't know. It's not to me. I guess maybe there's a different description when it calls for a strong ale.
Yeah.
Like this doesn't feel strong to me,
No, not at all.
but it's very smooth.
It tastes different than it smells.
Yes. It does have a very, when you smell it, it's very bread-like.
Mm-hmm.
But when you taste it,
Yeah.
it doesn't have a bread yeasty feel to me as far as you taste it. And it's very smooth
Yeah.
and light. I mean, it feels lighter than I thought it was going to be. Especially for a 7.5. I thought it would.
7.5 alcohol by volume.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a 7. Let's see, what are the other ones? We got a 7, a 5.5, a 5, and then the porter is a 4.3.
So we started out strong.
Yes, we started with the strongest of the bunch, which is fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very, very. It's tasty.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. I don't know, man. It like threw me into a tailspin. Because when I smell it, I was expecting a different kind of kick from it.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh, this is actually smooth and a little bit sweet towards the end. I was expecting something bitter.
Yeah.
I guess.
Like this is one I could drink a lot of, but it would come back to.
It would kick you in the ass like 3 hours down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like after the second one, or actually probably after the third one, I'd be like, oh man,
Oh, man.
what am I doing?
Tell the old lady to get ready.
Yeah, somebody else is gonna be driving home tonight.
Yeah. But yeah.
Well, I guess I could kick off with some Christmas things because I did something very Christmassy this weekend.
Okay, shoot.
We went to the Chicago Symphony Orchestra downtown, and we watched Elf on a big screen. And while
the Will Ferrell movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
And while the movie was playing, the Chicago Symphony Orchestra did the music for it.
Was it open air or no?
No, it was inside.
Okay.
But it was like, like if they were recording the soundtrack,
Yeah.
we got to see the actual orchestra while the movie was playing. It was actually pretty neat.
Cool. Yeah.
So it was pretty cool to get to see that and then kind of do something different with the kiddos so they could see other instruments and see how that stuff is being played. And it was actually pretty cool.
I was asking if it was outside because they got that Coachella stage thing over there. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
By the Bean?
Mhm.
Like a block away?
No, it wasn't there. It was right across the street from there.
Yeah.
But it was inside, dude. It was way too cold to be.
Well, yeah, dude. We've
Sitting
been
outside.
getting what is it, 9-degree weather?
Yeah, it was probably about 13 when we were down there.
Mm.
But yeah, luckily we parked, walked up the stairs right by the door, got our seats, and then boom, boom, boom.
So glad I work underground.
Yeah, dude. It was actually a really cool show. And if there's anything ever like that again, Like they're doing Harry Potter in May.
That's cool.
So we want to go see. We might go see Harry Potter in May because it was cool with Elf, but Elf had a lot of like Christmas songs that were performed by artists in the movie. Okay. So there wasn't a lot of orchestral music. Yeah. And that's why when I saw that they're doing Harry Potter, I'm like, oh, that would be cool to see.
Yeah, because that's an actual soundtrack.
That whole movie is all orchestral music. Yeah. So it might be something we'll do.
Like that's an actual score.
Yeah.
I got you.
You know, and I didn't know, and maybe it's just because I didn't pay attention. I didn't know that was a Jon Favreau movie, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Elf was a Jon Favreau movie.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah. Well, it's not something that like pops out because I think it's one of the first movies that he was like a director of. It wasn't.
He did Swingers, and he did Made.
Yeah.
Like he did a lot of the movies.
I thought they were just producers on that.
Like him and Vince Vaughn, but then this was before Iron Man.
Yeah.
And before all this other stuff.
The thing is, Iron Man catapulted him because it's like, oh my god, this is the guy that kickstarted off the MCU. Yeah. He gave RDJ a chance, put him back on the spotlight, and it's like that thing skyrocketed. You know the Marvel Studios machine.
Yep.
Is what like fucking 30 movies deep already. Not all great, but you know they're there. But yeah, he like I got nothing but respect for Jon Favreau.
Oh yeah, me
everything
too.
He touched Star Wars post the garbage trilogy, and like he made the Mandalorian. I was like, yes, the Mandalorian is fucking epic, dude.
Oh, I know.
I love the Mandalorian.
Unfortunately,
Baby Yoda, as everybody calls him, it's Grogu. Yeah. Get your shit straight.
Well, no, not just him. Unfortunately, Pedro Pascal had to be a little bit of a.
Hey, don't knock my man.
It had to be a little bit of a bump in the road for that show. But supposedly they're doing a movie to end it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Jon Favreau, I got nothing but respect for that guy. Dude.
Oh, yeah, I like him a lot.
Dude, going back to Swingers, since you brought it up, dude, I love that movie.
Oh, yeah, me too.
It's one of the most underrated comedies of the, is it late 90s? Early 2000s?
Swingers, I'm pretty sure it was in the 90s.
I think it's late 90s. I could check it really quick. Let's see. Swingers movie.
Yeah, make sure you just put in. Yeah.
It's like Swingers near you.
96.
Yeah. Dude, look at Vince Vaughn. He's so thin and he does have that baby face. Like he tells in the movie, he's like, because I'm 22, but I look young. When you got that commercial for the after school special. Yeah, that's such a good movie.
Yeah.
Double down, baby.
Yep. But back on the Christmas train.
Yes.
Thinking of like actually bringing up Vince Vaughn. We're gonna watch Fred Claus.
No, for Santa Claus's brother.
Yeah, I like that one. And then we watched the new one with Jack Black, where the kid's dyslexic. Yeah, and he, instead of writing a letter to Santa, he writes it to Satan.
I still haven't gotten around.
Oh, dude, it's so good. And everybody, like a lot of people that I talked to, are like, "Oh, we're not watching that. It's devil worshipping." I'm like, no.
It's about a dyslexic
I'm like, the kid has dyslexia, and he wrote Satan, but it was supposed to go to Santa, and then Jack Black actually plays a demigorgon, and at the end, it's really good.
Yeah.
And the ending of that movie, the specific ending, will, like, it made me very emotional, because of the way that the kid looked, and how genuinely surprised and he started crying. The way that he cried was the way that Braxton looks when he cried when he was excited about or really happy about something. So that really resonated with me to make me get emotional about it. But the ending itself is very emotional.
Okay, well, don't give any of it away.
Oh, I won't. But it's a very good story, and there's nothing to do.
That's a comedy, though, right?
Oh yeah, it's very comedic, and there's a lot of cameos in it and a lot of like really good stuff in it. And it's not like I had to explain it to so many people about like, look, it has nothing to do with devil worshipping.
Yeah.
Like if anything, it's just joking around. Yeah. And then it comes out full circle, and then you're like, okay, this is a really good movie. So, like that, I like that. And then,
dude, I remember I saw a couple days ago this thing, and I don't know if it's true or not, but they were making like It's not technically a sequel, but they were doing a sequel to National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation
Really?
because they had all the vacations.
Yeah.
So you don't know. I think it was the first one. The original one was the OG was the Vacation, just the regular Vacation.
Mm-hmm.
When they go to that Wally World place or whatever. And then the second one was Christmas Vacation, then Vegas Vacation, and so on and so forth. But the Christmas Vacation was the one that stands out. That's a Christmassy movie.
Yeah.
Griswold. But there's allegedly going to make a sequel to it. I don't know. And I saw the thing. It was Chevy Chase. He's like old as he is now, and they had Beverly D'Angelo, his wife, and like they always kept those two, and Uncle Eddie, and everybody. Like the kids always changed. Like at some point, the daughter was like a Mexican chick.
Yeah, she was.
But yeah, like I would really want to see that. Let me see if I can find it. That would be interesting to find. Christmas Vacation. Yeah, 2. Television film. That's Uncle Eddie.
Releasing. Oh, it says it's supposed to release in 2025.
Yeah. Huh. Well, this was probably like a failed one.
Yeah,
because Island Adventure.
That was from 2003.
Yeah.
Go to where it says the direct.
Which one?
Go to the right,
Okay.
right there.
Speculation explained. Yeah. And Beverly D'Angelo, the classic comedy holiday film starring a couple whose perfect family Christmas goes awry when their extravagant family members arrive unexpectedly. Yep, that's the way I remember it. That's such a good movie, though. The original. I watch it every year.
I liked Vegas Vacation. I thought that one was pretty funny, too.
Vegas Vacation is really good. But Christmas Vacation is classic, dude. When he has that rant, when he doesn't get his raise or whatever, his bonus, is like, and then I can't remember why he gets raided by a fucking SWAT team. His house, and he's got his in-laws, his parents, cousin Eddie, the kids, and his neighbors, Elaine from fucking Seinfeld, and she's kind of a bitch. Well, she is in the movie, not in real life. I don't know her that well. Just saying.
I'm trying to think of some of the other ones that we watched. So many. So far, a lot of the Hallmark Christmas movies have been playing at my house.
I hate those. It's always
dude,
those
terrible.
are always about some dude who's like fucking black sheep billionaire grandson.
Yep.
Who's gonna get the whole entirety of the will, but he has to like earn it, and he has to go run off into some fucking ranch or a farm and like be a hand for like 3 weeks, and then he falls in love with the rancher's daughter or some shit.
Dude, we were watching this one. Don't remember.
Tell me how far off I am on those.
You're on a good amount of them, but this one we watched. I don't remember the name, but it was brutal. This girl was like a country music star, and she's going through this town, and like her bus breaks down or something, or like she has to stay there overnight, and she meets this guy who's like in charge of all like the Christmas activities of the town, and his family owns a Christmas tree farm.
Yeah.
And she meets him at first, and she's trying to keep like low key who she is, because she doesn't want anybody to know that she's this famous singer
who nobody knows anyway.
Yeah. and he knew it was her right away, and he's like giving her crap, but like he's like, yeah, your first album was good when it was like when you were real. It's like you kind of sold out now, and you just make music that isn't really good.
Mm-hmm.
And then she meets his family, and she falls in love with being on a Christmas tree farm, and she helps his little sister create like a Christmas village in their farm to save the farm. And
oh my god! So it's the same thing, except that being without the guy.
Well,
it's the girl
well, dude, and then they start writing this song because he's a guitar player in like a kind of like a
country band.
No, more like Chris Isaac.
Okay.
Like you know who Chris Isaac is.
Yeah.
So he kind of sings like him and plays guitar, tries to be like that. And they start writing this horrific,
more like fucking gospel-y kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like they start making this song together, and dude, it's like they're doing their rehearsals, and it's just utter garbage.
I don't want
no, it's terrible. And then at the end, they have like this concert, in a barn, and she's supposed to be on this like huge tour, and they have a concert at a barn, and they sing like half of the song, and that's how how the movie ends, and I'm just like, this was terrible.
Yeah, I believe you. I'll take your word for it. I won't watch it.
I didn't want to watch it. I just happened to be in the room, and it was turned on, and I was just like, this is awful.
Mm.
But yeah, dude, that was so bad.
I believe you.
And I'm just saying, I'm sitting there, I'm like, why can't we watch some of the regular Christmas movies, that are actually really good?
Like Home Alone?
Like, Home Alone 2? Home Alone. Actually, I did watch Home Alone and Home Alone 2 last night.
Yeah.
But I mean, even like, I loved all this, like, well, not all of them. Like the first and like the third Santa Claus.
Okay.
With Tim Allen.
Yeah.
I didn't like the second one. The one with Martin Short when he was Jack Frost.
I thought that was the third one.
Was that the third one?
I'm not sure because the second one was where he's trying to find Mrs. Claus.
Okay, whichever one that Martin Short was in, I didn't like that one.
Yeah, because he was like if I remember right, I saw the first one last year. The first one, he's like a divorced dad, right?
Yeah.
And then that's where they like get him because the original
Santa Claus falls
committed suicide off the roof or whatever. I mean, you want to look at it whatever way you want to look at it, but yeah, he fell off the roof or got kicked off by Rudolph or one or the other. But he takes over, and then the second one's he needs to get a Mrs. Claus.
Okay, then it's that one that I like.
Yeah.
I didn't like the one with Martin Short. I wasn't a fan of that one.
Yeah.
And I was like, why don't we watch those, or why don't we watch? I liked what was it, Noelle, with Anna Kendrick.
Yeah.
Where she's like
her and Bill Hader, right?
Yeah, like that was a good one. That was another good one. What else? There was another one that I really liked.
Elf.
Elf was good. Well, we saw that. We got to watch that again.
Yeah.
And then my favorite one, which is so stupid to say it was my favorite one, but it's a Flintstones Christmas Carol,
mm-hmm.
and the Flintstones are putting on a play for the town of Bedrock.
Yeah.
And they do the play, and it's like in between of being a play and then being like real life of the Flintstones, and I thought that one was good.
Well, it's like when you watch like I can still go back and watch the Ebenezer Scrooge ones with the what's it called, the
Christmas Carol?
Scrooge McDuck.
Oh yeah, we watched that one
cool.
too.
Those are really cool.
Yeah, we watched that one too. And then I remember, was it last year or 2 years ago, we watched Spirited.
Yeah.
With Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell.
I haven't seen that.
That's a good one too. You'd like that. And then what was it, Daddy's Home? Right? Is that what it's called, with Will Ferrell, Mark Wahlberg, like that Christmas one when Mel Gibson and
that's Daddy's Home too.
Yeah, when John Lithgow comes into it. I thought that one was pretty good too.
Those are funny. Those are like one-off funny though.
Yeah, but they're good. Like
I watch them over like the guy who goes and has to work at a farm and earn his inheritance and falls in love with some.
Yeah, I'd rather watch those than Hallmark ones.
That's what I'm saying. I'd rather watch Daddy's Home than those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like The Night Before.
Yeah.
That was another
Definitely Maybe's Christmas movie.
Yeah, and that's actually, I like that movie a lot.
That's a really good movie.
That was probably one of, I'd say.
You know what's a Christmas movie that doesn't get enough play? Family Man.
Yeah.
That is an awesome Christmas movie.
That is a good movie.
That's an introspective Christmas movie. Though.
Yes.
Like, that makes you think about your life, and you're like, man, like, what kind of fucked up decisions have I made? And, like, my life could have been... Like, you think about, like, if I had made that choice kind of deal. Yeah. But,
did you ever see Krampus?
No. I saw parts of it.
Dude, Krampus was weird.
Yeah.
Like, and then the way it ended, like, the ending was even crazier.
It's like a horror movie, though.
Well, yeah, but it's like the way that like all this crazy shit is happening, and then at the end, you're just kind of like,
you need to drink up some.
Well, we're talking.
Yeah, you can talk and drink.
All right, whatever.
Motherfucker. What are we doing next? Pick. Do a blind pick.
Whew. Well, let's save that porter because I'm not a big porter guy.
Let's do the top one. Then. What is that?
This is the Coach Comet American Red Ale. Okay. This is 5.0.
That's good enough. Well, they're all lower than that. 7 point whatever.
7.5. Ooh.
No.
This has a interesting smell.
It's about fucking pine cones over there.
No, it just has an interesting aroma.
That is very red.
So, what are your plans for Christmas this year?
Well, we fly out on Friday.
I'm going to give you the bigger portion of this one.
All right, dick. We fly out Friday, which, as you well know, you may be driving us.
I will be driving you. Yes.
Yeah. So we flying out. Unfortunately, we're probably gonna have to deal with the fallout of what happened today. You know. Not unfortunately. I mean, it's part of life. But we're gonna get there, and it's gonna be sad dealing with all that. And then I guess kind of power through the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Which are gonna be kind of cloudy as they were 8 years ago when my grandma passed away. But there's like we've said, there's two schools of thought on it. You could kind of be like, hey, we could celebrate his life, his 101, 102 years, or we could just be like, oh, why is he gone? He was so young. It's like, 102 years young, dude. Come on, 101 years young.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, it doesn't have a weird.
Smells Christmassy.
Yeah, I know, but it just has a weird smell to it than the other one did. Like,
Yeah, it's a bit strong. Definitely tastes stronger, but it's good. Not in a bad way.
It tastes like cranberries to me.
A little bit.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it has a very fruity.
It's not very
flavor.
powerful.
No.
It's like, I don't want to say watered down, but it's kind of watered down.
Well, you just had the strong ale.
Yeah.
And then now we're going to this, which is a red ale. Which does have.
It's not bad, though. I mean, I like it.
I like it.
I could drink more than the.
Yeah, I could definitely have more of these. And it has that, like I said, it has a taste of cranberry to it. Yeah. At least to me. I could feel like some kind of tartness to it.
Spiked cranberry?
Yeah, I prefer this one over.
Here's what it tastes like. It reminds me a little bit, not the flavor, but a little bit of that margarita goes we had, where it's kind of like, if it had a little bit more sparkling to it,
Like more bubbles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But like in a cranberry-ish flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could definitely say that with that too.
Yeah.
If it was a little bit more bubbly.
Yeah. Yeah, we should have shaken it up before. Well.
No.
Easy, Simpsons. Remember that? The Duff can?
Oh, yeah.
That's funny. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to fly down, spend the holidays down there, come back after New Year's, a few days in, and back to work.
Yep.
I don't know what specifically we're doing because I leave all that up to the wife. I'm just like, hey, what is that we're doing? All right.
Any big Christmas gifts?
Just the presents, my presence around everybody. That's everybody's gift. No, I mean, Talia wants something done, so I'm gonna give her money for that. Like she wants highlights, expensive highlights. So I'm like, all right, whatever. And then we're gonna buy Allison like something that like a playhouse or a play, kind of like those mats or cushions.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't decided yet. We're definitely going to get her some of that. And then my mother-in-law and my mom, they're getting a gift. And the nieces and nephews, that we already got all their gifts. Which is like, hey, here's a toy. We're not going to get you socks. That's your parents' job.
So are you guys going to do like Christmas down there, but when you get back, are you going to have stuff up here?
No.
For her to open up, or?
I mean, like, that depends. Like, it could be the gift like that we get for her, for Allison. Other than that, like, we're going to get her something small to open down there because, I mean, even though she doesn't know what the hell's going on,
yeah,
still want her to, she'll probably want to rip something open.
Yeah. Yeah, this Christmas is kind of like a wash.
Yeah.
The next one and the ones after that, like actually in 2 years, like that's when you really get to do it. Like the first two, you're kind of like, oh yeah,
Here's a box.
yeah, and they'll be like, oh, and they just throw it. Like, what's next?
Yeah, I feel like the first year they're kind of like cats. When you get them something, and they'd rather play with what's
The wrapping paper, yeah.
The wrapping paper, exactly.
Get her a bell. Just have her play with the bell. She'll be fine.
Dude, she's got her own tablet, which obviously we don't like not the whole day. But she does watch a lot of TV, a lot of Coco Melon. But I want her to be more like something that has a little bit more engagement.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which it'll happen.
Well, she's still small, dude. Like it takes a while before like when we were upstairs.
She's fucking nosy.
And she was getting ready to go. Yeah. Like I told Talia, I'm like, oh, dude, once you put that girl down.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like dude. She was already getting ready to go.
Strong too.
She was already getting ready.
I'm like, we're gonna be like, where's Allison? Oh, she did 3 laps around the block.
Yep. Dude, I remember the first time we put Braxton down. We didn't, not the first time, but like we just set him down. We were folding laundry, and we just put him down on his little play mat. It has like the little things hanging up, and you just hit him. You know.
Yeah.
We were folding laundry, and then we turned around and he was gone, and he never rolled over, never did anything. We're like, whoa, where'd he go, dude? Rolled over and crawled away, and was in his room, and we're like, how did that happen? Yeah. And like he just rolled over one day and just took off.
Yeah. Luckily, we haven't gotten there yet. She tries, but we're like, it's always either she's got an eye on him or on her, or I do. So.
Dude, there'll be a day where it doesn't matter if you have eyes.
Yeah.
On her, she's still gonna be like.
She'll be like, "Now you see me."
Yeah. She's gonna be doing a John Cena, looking at you. Yeah. You can't see me.
Maybe. What are you guys planning for the holidays?
Well, Christmas Eve is my brother-in-law's birthday. So he's flying in from New York next week.
Okay.
And we'll be spending some time with him. We'll have a birthday party for him on Christmas Eve. And then I get the boys for a little bit on Christmas Day, and that's our time. So we'll go over to my family's house, and then we'll have Christmas Day together, and then I'll see them that weekend, I think. Wait, yeah. I'll see them that weekend, so then we'll have more time. So, but dude, they're bigger now, so it's like their Christmas gifts, it's like 2 things because of what they want. Dude, Braxton asked me for this gift. And I was like, "Oh, what is it?" He goes, "Oh, I want the new the PlayStation VR 2 edition because it doesn't have the controllers anymore."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, okay. Well, let me see how much it is." $500. I'm like, "Bro." I'm like, "If I bought that for you, ain't getting anything else." And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "You want that and like $400 Jordans?"
Yeah.
And you want all this other stuff? I'm like, "It ain't happening."
Yeah.
I'm like, "We're on a budget this year."
Does he know Santa's not real?
Oh, they both do.
Okay.
They knew for a long time. Like, they kept up with it because they knew how excited it made us to do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
dude.
They were playing you guys?
and I tried hard to, like, do all the stuff. And then Braxton one day was just like, "Yeah, I thought it was kind of weird that some dude, like, broke into our house and, like, put stuff here." He's like, it just kind of creeped me out. But then he goes, "It just never really made sense."
Yeah.
And then Emmett was just like, "Yeah, I knew it wasn't real. I just like seeing you guys do it because, like, I would do a lot of stuff, and then because Lindsay's house, actually, she did it at our house too when we were married. We didn't have a chimney, so she made a chimney out of like construction paper and all this stuff, like, it would make an actual, like, it looked like a chimney. And she's like, "Well, if we make one, his magic will make it real." And then he could come in, and they just hung it out because we like doing it for them. Yeah,
that's funny as fun.
Well, I mean, it was, and I was just like, well, I'm glad.
Like, where does he come through when we don't build it? Through the space heater.
Yeah. I'm like, no, he has a key, and he opens the door. They're like, "What?" I'm like, "No, I let him in. I could see him because I'm old." It's like, when you had tricks. Yeah. And when you were a kid, the tricks looked like fruit, and now they just look like circles.
Yeah.
And he's like, and they're looking at me like, "No, he's just not real." I'm like, "I know he's not real." Okay, but it's the...
You're supposed to believe it.
I'm like, but it's just fun to do that stuff. Like, what's that movie? Oh, what was it called?
Who's in it?
It was a cartoon. It was the Guardians.
Oh, okay.
Well, you know which one I'm talking about. It was
Yeah, the
like Jack
Guardians.
Frost and
Yeah.
the Tooth Fairy and all those, and like Santa Claus. Like I liked watching that movie just because it woke that little thing up in me to have that. Like I
Like,
love Christmas time.
like a
Not
little bit
for
of innocence
yeah
back in your.
yeah. Like when I was asked what I wanted for Christmas, and I go, well, it really doesn't matter what I want for Christmas.
Hmm.
And when they're like, well, what do you mean? Why? I'm like, because what I want for Christmas is what I want. I want just to have that. I like the time.
Yeah.
You know, I like December just because of the way just
Like it brings
the
people
cheesy
together.
movies, you know, the warmth.
The merriness of
Yeah,
it.
like I
Yeah.
just like that part of it. And I go gift wise, I'm like the things that I want for other people.
Yeah.
Like I don't care what I get.
Yeah.
Like I don't want anything. If I wanted something, I'll just go get it.
Yeah.
But I'm like I want other people to be happy because then it makes me happy.
Like, I wouldn't say no to Lambo, but you know.
No, I wouldn't want that either. But
I'm
like
just saying.
you know, like but
Something extravagant like that.
like the only thing that I actually gave a definitive answer on what I wanted is I was like the Colleen was like, well, what do you want? I want to get you something. I'm like, there's only one thing I want then. I'm like, if you can get it, cool. She's like, what's that? I'm like, I want an elk tenderloin. She's like, why do you want that? I'm like, because I want to cook it for you guys to enjoy.
Yeah.
And she's like, that makes no sense. I'm like, no, that brings me joy doing that and providing that. Like, that makes me happier than a gift.
Yeah.
Because that's just something that I would rather do.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I just love the time of year. I hate the cold.
Yeah.
But I love the time of year.
Yeah, the merriness, everybody's like in a better mood.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Hopefully everybody's in a better mood.
Well,
a lot of people get stressed out this time of year too.
Well, that's because they weren't ready.
Well, yeah.
But overall, you know,
like I just love seeing people.
Like 90% of people are like merry, happy. You know, they're like, "Oh hell yeah, dude!"
Well, even like here for my birthday, like when you guys were all there, like that was more for me, like more to me than anything else. Like I didn't care about like, oh, here's a gift for you and here's a card. I'm like, I don't care about that. I'm like, I'm here with people that I wanted to be around.
If being totally honest with you, I thought it was going to be like a friends thing. And we got there and I saw your parents, I saw your sisters, I saw your nephews, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. I was like, this is so... I'm like, I honestly thought, I was like, this is so thoughtful of Colleen. Because I thought it was going to be like, oh, we're going to get together with friends and have a dinner and drinks. And then we get there and it's like a family thing. And then I see the end of the table with the other party, for the other birthday girl.
Mm-hmm.
Like her crowd is there. And then like in the middle is like both of your guys' crowd. So it was really cool.
Yeah.
And I dude, I gotta tell you, I love how your mom gets excited about Allison.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like, oh my God, I gotta see her. And then Colleen's aunt, too. Colleen's aunt's like, oh my God, where's the baby? And I'm like, she's right there.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they are all about babies, dude. Yeah, that was a good time.
Yeah.
And it was a long night, dude.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
we had to take
it was a good thing, dude. It was a good thing because, like, I gotta have Colleen send me the video. So after you guys left, and then my sisters and my parents left. We left that back room and we went and we sat at the table, like a bigger table, out in the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And the band started playing.
Yeah.
And Colleen's mom was just hounding the singer. She's like, I want to sing Happy Birthday. I need to sing Happy Birthday. And the guy's like, no. She's like, I need to sing Happy Birthday to my son-in-law and their friend Ashley because it's her birthday too. And finally the dude's just like, all right, fine. Here, take the mic. And she started singing. So they started playing 50 Cent. Like, it's your birthday. And
in the club.
So they were playing that song while she was singing to us Happy Birthday like Marilyn Monroe. Like when she did it to JFK. Yeah. So she was doing that with that song playing behind her.
Happy birthday. And it's like, dun, dun,
yeah.
Dun,
so while that's going on, dude, like I didn't know what was going on. And all of a sudden you see all the cell phones start popping up.
Mr. President?
No. Dude, so she sings Happy Birthday to us. And does this, she rolls an R for like 15 seconds. She's like just, dude, it was insane. And everybody at the bar is cheering, and everybody's posting on Snapchat and everything else. And I'm like, oh, Trish, you just became famous. And then she's like, well, I'm like, oh, everybody was playing that.
You're the new Haktua girl.
Yeah. So, dude, we weren't there for too much longer after you guys left, maybe like an hour.
Okay.
And then we went to another bar closer to home because I'm like, hey, well, Colleen was like, hey, we're going to go here. I'm like, all right, cool. Going closer to home, right down the street. Yeah. Cool. And it's a nice, quiet place. We know the bartender. She's awesome.
New place?
No, you've never been there.
Okay.
We'll go there one day. You'll like it. It's because it's just chill.
Very hush hush.
Like, not even hush hush. It's just like you go there, you don't get bothered. Everybody's cool, and like beer is cheap. Like on Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's $5 buckets. $5 buckets.
Damn.
So we get there, and the bartender sees us. She comes out, happy birthday, yada yada yada. We're hanging out there, and then somebody brings up to go to this other bar, which is literally like right around the corner. And this bar is really, really strange, dude. Like really strange. Mm-hmm. Like the bartender is probably on websites that you should stay away from this guy. That's how weird this dude is. The first time I was there were sex toys being thrown at people, and the bathroom is all full of porn and all this other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So we went there for some strange reason. But when our usual, like if we go there, there's nobody there. There's like 3 people there and that's it. We walk in the door and it's packed. Like wall to wall packed. And we walk in and I'm like, whoa, this place is never like this. And it was all college kids from St. Francis. Because it's like literally right down the street from campus. Mm-hmm. So we're there. And by that time, I'm like, dude, I'm done. Like, there's way too many people here. The bartender from the other bar closed down the bar that she was working at to come hang out with us.
You're just moving forward.
No, it's fine. Mm-hmm. So she comes and she's like,
I just don't know,
Yeah, but she left. She closed her bar early to come hang out with us.
Okay.
And she's like,
well, we've done that before.
Well, yeah. But she was just like, wait a minute. Why did we go here? We could have just stayed at my bar and drank all night. I'm like, I know. I wish we would have. Mm. But it was still pretty cool. It was a fun night. And, yeah, dude. And we ended up getting McDonald's at like 4 in the morning. And then I had a dream. So I ate that in the drive-thru on my way home. And I was done before I got home. And then I woke up dreaming that I had McDonald's. And I'm like, I didn't have McDonald's last night, did I? And I look and I'm like, oh, I guess I did. But it was fun. It was a fun time. And I got a lot of tequila for my birthday.
Oh, yeah, you got that La Gritona.
Yeah, dude. I got that. I got a bottle of Casamigos.
Who?
And then I got a bottle from Colleen's friend Ariane. So, but she knows I like tequila, so she got me that. So I mean, I don't expect gifts. Yeah. So it's the fact that I got it. I was just like, oh my god, you didn't need to do this for me. And then I got a bottle of really good Irish whiskey, Roe and Co. So Roe and Co. is really good stuff. I'll bring that here, and you'll enjoy that.
Okay.
You'd actually you could drink that. Just you don't even need to do shots. I mean, it's literally you could just sip on it all day. Mm-hmm. It's so smooth and so good.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. But yeah, it was a really good time, and yeah, it was weird being 40. And
well, it wasn't weird. It still should be weird, or either you're accustomed to it because you're gonna be 40 for a whole year, brother.
I mean, it's just a number. Like, I feel like I'm in better shape now than I was in my mid-20s. I feel better as like physically, and I feel like I take better care of myself. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it was a good time. I was glad that you guys were able to be there, and
happy to be there, brother.
And it was funny when we walked in and we walked to that back bar or that back room. Colleen's like, it's back there. I'm like, I think there's like something else going on there. And I looked in the mirror and I saw Colleen's aunt and she was waving at me. I'm like, oh, I think she just ruined the surprise.
Well, no, we what are the I don't know if it was a busboy or one of the waiters or somebody from the staff was like, "Do you guys want this barn door like closed?" And we're like, "I guess." She didn't ask us, but they asked like your dad, whoever was like closer to it.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, let's close this because they're like, oh, they're coming. Somebody saw you guys coming in, or I think Colleen texted,
Okay.
we're here, and they're like, oh, they're coming. So they're like, oh, you guys want this like half closed? And then I think it was your dad who like pushed it a little bit too far because he didn't know it was a barn door, so like swung past the crease of where it like fucking just should hang. We're like, oh, pull it back. It was pretty funny.
No, it was a good time, dude. I looked at her and I was just like, I didn't want any surprises, but thank you for doing this for me. So
I thought it was a nice surprise.
it was,
yeah.
And it was very, to get as many people there as she did was pretty cool. Like I even got messages from people like who couldn't show up, like my buddy Myron. He's like, hey, dude, sir, I couldn't make it to your party, but my kid was just born.
Oh,
so
congratulations to Myron.
Yeah, so Silas was born a couple days ago.
I remember his yeah, is that his wife?
Girlfriend.
Okay, so his girlfriend was at the wedding.
Yes.
I remember we saw her.
Yeah, so yeah.
I didn't want to say anything because I was like, I don't really know you, so.
No, yeah, he told me outside, he's like, yep, this little one's coming soon. I'm like, boy or girl? He goes, we'll find out the day it comes. I'm like, oh, awesome.
Yeah.
So, and then...
Plus, I've learned, don't ever say like, hey, when's the baby due? It's like, I'm not pregnant. It's like, oh, this is awkward.
Well, that's what...
Jesselnick.
Yes.
I saw it.
Yes.
Dude, it was awesome. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I was telling my partner at work about it. I was like, dude, his humor's so dark.
Mm-hmm.
I like his gender reveal joke. I was like, oh my god, dude. That shit is fucking funny. The one that got me, the one that sent me over the top, though, was when he said a joke about his friend, the girlfriend, is asking him to be the sperm donor for her baby.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, I don't know. That's a big decision.
How old is the baby? Yeah. I was like, oh, dude.
Yeah. That's the thing, dude. He's way out there, dude. And it's fucking hilarious. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I was kind of sad it was only like 45, 50 minutes.
It was a really short special.
Yeah. It was good, though. Like, it was punchline after punchline.
Yeah. Oh, dude. I was watching another podcast the other day, and Tom Segura shaved his goatee.
I saw him shaved. He looks fucking weird.
He looks so weird now, dude.
He looks like an elf.
When I saw him, I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
I was like, did you...
Because he's so thin. He's not
like, did you make a mistake shaving? And you're like, oh, man, I got to get rid of this now. Yeah. I'm like, so I'm so careful. I'm like, I can't mess this up.
I'm not. I don't give a fuck. I'll shit. But, you've seen me without a beard. You've seen me with a beard. You've seen me with the Van Dyke. You've seen me without the Van Dyke.
Yeah. No, but I could never go without a beard again.
You could.
I know, dude. I seen pictures. I was like, ooh. Yeah. This is brutal. Like, see, even our thing has me with a beard. See?
Yeah, I got the scruff. But yeah, the thing that throws everybody off is like, dude, you look so old because the gray. And I'm like, dude. And the funny thing is just the patch here. If I grow this out, it'll black in. Mm-hmm. So I got black, gray, black.
Yep. Well, dude, my mom asked me if I dyed my hair.
Yeah, you told me about that.
And I'm like, no, my hair is just the longest it's been in like 8 years.
Yeah.
And Colleen's mom asked me the same thing the other day, too. I'm like, no, I don't dye my hair. Mm-hmm. Like, I have no reason to. I'm like, my hair is dark.
There's like there's a podcast with Joe Rogan and Kevin Smith, and they're like, dude, because they're both like in their 50s. Mm-hmm. And they're like, dude, we look pretty good for being 50-something. He's like, do you remember 50 when we were in high school? And he's like, yeah, the 50 was fucked up. It's like, it's just like better eating, better all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's just different now,
exercising,
man.
And all that.
People take their health more seriously now.
Kind of.
All right, let's do Hermes Cherry Golden Ale.
Okay.
5.5.
So, yeah.
I feel like I might leave the porter for you.
Okay, that's fine. I enjoy porters.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
This has a very cherry-like smell. Smells good. Now? Ooh, I like the color. Got a lot of foam in that one, though.
Yeah. It's like a goldish... What is it that...
rose
gold?
Well, it is a like cherry golden ale, so...
It looks like a rose gold a little bit.
Yes, very rosy. Rosé.
Rose, you getting fucking French on me? Rosane. Anyway, I'm glad you enjoyed your birthday, bro.
Brew?
Bro,
Brew?
bro.
Yep, I drank a lot. Didn't want to, but I did.
Oh, I had 2 pints.
Oh, I had way more than 2 pints.
So I just had my 2 Guinness, and then I had a buffalo cheese sandwich. I love buffalo chicken sandwiches. And then Talia got like some pasta, like a chicken Alfredo pasta, and she like barely touched it. She was like, "Oh, I guess that's gonna be your lunch." I'm like,
I'll tell you one thing, man. That girl worked her ass off.
Yeah.
Because she was handling our party, and she had like 5 or 6 tables out in the bar that she was dealing with too.
I kind of felt bad for her because Tyler's like, "Are they gonna take our order at any time?" And I'm pretty sure that girl's dealing with like everybody here. So I'm like, just we're gonna have to wait.
Yeah.
Because we were getting to the point where like, well, we were gonna be there for like 2 hours. I told Colleen, I'm like, yeah, we're showing up, but we're only gonna be there for like 2 hours because of the baby, and we gotta put her. Like, it's better to put her to sleep here because if she falls asleep and then we drive home, she wakes up and it's like put her down again. But then like we were there, and then it was like, oh well, we're gonna have dinner, so that's like that tagged an extra hour onto our time slot. So
Yeah.
we were like, nah, whatever, and it was all right. I mean, we were good. We got home and baby was tired, so it was funny, dude. Michelle and Griffin and what's the other one's name? Evan were across from us, and they were like teasing Michelle and like doing shit to her. And then they look at us and they're like, "Yep, this is what you guys have to look forward to." And Michelle's like, "No, they have a girl." And we're just like, "Yep, pretty much."
Yeah, let's try the cherry ale.
Smells cherry.
That's what I'm saying.
Smells very cherry. It's almost like a cider.
Yeah. That's another one where it smells different than it smells different than it tastes.
Yeah. But you see the foamy at the top?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know at the first pour you got a lot of head.
No, but it's
this
still
feels
there.
Like it's sudsy though.
Yeah.
Not like the other beers.
Like, I wish this was in that one. Like the sudsy.
Yeah. That would have been good. That would have given it a little bit more kick. So, take notes, Obscurity Brewing. We're not savants, but we like beer.
I actually drove past their brewery yesterday.
Did you?
Yeah, we had to go to Colleen's uncle's house in St. Charles.
Yeah.
And we had to drive through Elburn, and we drove right past them.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, there's Obscurity.
That's what happened to me with Haymarket. When we were downtown, we drove past it, I was like, oh, there's Haymarket. And I was like, I guess we'll come back sometime. We did. We went back there.
I know. And we got to go to Sausage Fest.
Yes. No pun intended.
I just want to go back there.
Yeah.
I still can't believe I got a ticket there, but not even for parking.
That was funny.
I'm like, they didn't even check the fact that I didn't even pay for parking.
No, but they're just like, oh, you don't have the sticker.
Yeah, even
you can tell that's a lazy cop because he's like, oh, he doesn't have the sticker. I'm like, stickers fall off.
Yeah. And that was the one thing I did. I'm like, did you guys even bother running the plate to see that the plate was valid?
Yeah. Exactly.
It wasn't expired.
Yeah.
But.
Or like I've done it multiple times where I'll just pay and I won't throw the sticker on there because I'm like, it's going to fall off.
Well, I paid online, so I had to wait for it to be sent to me.
Yeah. Well, there's that too.
Yeah. So that was the one thing when I was like, I'm like, oh man, they dinged me for not paying for parking.
Yeah.
And then it's like, nope, expired registration. I'm like, nah, my stuff's not expired, but okay.
Yeah.
I got that thing back in October.
Yeah.
And we were there in November. Boom. So what would you want if you could have your ultimate Christmas gift? What would it be?
Is it too cheesy to say world peace?
Something for you. What would be something that you would want?
What would I want?
Like if you can have any gift, what would it be? Like an actual gift, not like
I want a gazillion $1 million.
Yeah, like an actual gift that
like
somebody,
something within reason.
Like something that somebody could get for you. What would it be?
I have been looking for the Jimmy World Bleed American album. So that's something that's like reasonable, I think.
Okay.
Um, I don't know. Other than that, I mean, I got like beyond the normal premises of being a civil servant and having debt cleared.
None of that. I'm
But
talking about
yeah,
like
exactly. No,
if Santa Claus came down right now and he's like,
you
Juan,
have a budget of
no, not even a budget. It's just like, Juan, what is something that you want that I could make and give to you? What would it be? And you could have like it has to be something
purchasable.
tangible.
Yeah.
Like if he's just like, whatever you want,
Yeah.
I can have it made for you and it'll be yours for Christmas. What would it be?
Ooh. Well, there's that Jimmy Eat World album that I really like. Jeez, I don't know, dude. You kind of put me on the spot here. Nothing that I've had my eye on, dude. Like I got what I need is I got
Not need, just something that you would want.
the remote starter for my Dodge Challenger. Installed where I wouldn't have to install because I could install. I'm probably gonna get it soon. But something like that. That thing's like $100,
Okay.
and it's something that I could do. The album, I don't know, dude.
That's it?
Yeah, I really don't need or want.
It's not a need. It's just something that you like, just some random thing that you'd be like, man, I can't get it right now.
Better podcast equipment. There, like better mics or something. I don't know. What would you want? I kind of have what I want.
I think the only thing that I would want, like, if it was just like he came, like, just somebody's like, we can make it for you, or we can get it for you, and that'd be your Christmas gift.
Yeah,
it would probably be, there's this guitar company called Nash Guitars, and they do.
Is it custom guitars?
Well, not really custom. They just do modern versions of things, and they do mainly like Strats, Tellys. They do like Jazz Masters and Jaguars and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but they do like aging too, so they make it look relict.
Yeah,
I would want. There's a one that they have, and it's a Telecaster, and it has a P90 pickup in the front and a humbucker in the bridge. And I'd want that with black, with heavy aging, and a red tortoiseshell pickguard. Oh, it's so sweet, dude. That one, or just a regular like 50s Telly, same by Nash, in a white blonde finish, black pickguard, maple fretboard, but like heavy aging, so it looks like it's been played like hardcore, like it looks beat up. And those are probably like the only things I would ever want.
How much does one of those run? $200, like, couple thousand,
like $3,500.
That's up there.
Yeah. So like the one that I almost pulled the trigger a couple of years ago on the black one.
Yeah.
And it was $2,200. I almost pulled the trigger on it because I would had to have ordered it.
But you wanted to get married, so there you go.
Exactly. My money went to that instead of the guitar.
Hey man, I got that speech plenty of times after I got married. They're like, well, you wanted to get married, you could have had all this and all that. And I'm like, yeah.
Well, dude, so crazy story about guitars. I was talking to Colleen's aunt yesterday, and she was an FBI agent years ago. And when she needed to move from Chicago to Virginia for a promotion, she had to pay for her own relocation. And she asked her mom for a loan. She's like, hey, I'm getting promoted, blah, 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 but I need like $1,200 right now to move my stuff from Chicago to Virginia. Can you give me $1,200 as a loan? I'll pay you back in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And her mom told her no. She had to sell her Martin Eric Clapton signature acoustic guitar to pay for her relocation. She goes, that was my favorite guitar. And she goes, I had to sell it in order to relocate to Virginia. And I just said, well, she probably got like She probably got about $2,500 for that guitar because it's like a $5,000 guitar.
She can sell another one.
That no, she had all she has. Well, that's the crazy thing. All she plays are like Martin acoustics, and I'm like, damn, dude, Martin acoustics. I'm like, okay, but yeah,
I like my baby, my Ibanez. That thing's got a sweet sound, dude.
yeah,
I remember when you played it the first time. You're like, "Ooh, that's got a twangy." And I'm
yeah.
like, "Yeah, it does. I love it."
But yeah, like right now, I'm just looking at Nash guitars, dude, and some of their old, like here, like that's the kind of aging I'm talking about.
Oh,
That
dude,
thing looks
that
sweet.
looks beaten though.
I know, but that's the best part about it.
No, you want
No,
like
because
I want I get what I thought you meant, like weathered, not fucking just like that thing's about to fucking retire.
they look, but that's the thing that when you have that and you have the feel of the neck has that played in feel, so it's just the right way that you like it. Oh, dude, it's those are
That
the.
looks like that thing got dug out of the
I
trash.
love those kind of guitars,
Ooh,
dude.
not for me.
Yes, dude. But here, this is the blonde one I was talking about. Here, if I can find it, because they do have pictures of it. Let's see, like this is like not that much aging. Like
Yeah, see that doesn't look too bad.
no, but dude, they're so.
That's a telly.
Yeah, I miss my telly, dude.
I know.
Oh, that was such an awesome guitar.
I've been thinking about getting a bass, just like a not nothing special, just something that I could play around with.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, the bass man.
Yeah, I might just pull the trigger and buy a Squire for like $300.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was looking at, like $250, $300, something like that. Just
I miss playing as much as I used to.
Yeah. I'm lucky that when I was Tali actually got me one of my acoustic guitars. It's down in Mexico. I kept it down there. I left it because I'm like, when I go down there, I want to play something if I have time. And it's a electroacoustic, kind of like that one. So you could always plug in, and if you want distortion, all you got to do is get a pedal or turn on the distortion on your amp.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, oh yeah, I love those. The only thing that's wrong with that guitar is the notches on the frets are like too tall.
Mm.
Yeah, so they kind of stick out a little bit. But other than that, and it's kind of like the brand is weird. It's like a Daniel or Dickens or something like that. It's weird. It's not. She got it.
Daniel or Dickens?
Yeah, it's like it starts with a D, and I was like, no, I've never heard of that brand before. She's like, is that not good? I'm like, I don't know. It sounds okay. It sounds good. It's a guitar.
Dude, I got two of them that don't have names on them, and they sound awesome. So
that's what I mean. I was like, I'm able to play it.
And I got them both for free. So
yeah, I got that one for free.
the only thing I don't like about my Dreadnought one, my real big one,
Dreadnought.
because it's a really big acoustic, and those are the Dreadnought ones.
Yeah.
I just don't like how, like, when I sit to play, how
You
I
have to
sit.
reach over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I have a smaller one. I just have to replace the strings on it. I like that one. That one's pretty cool.
When I bought this one, that's one of the things I like. And I told Talia when I got that, because I wanted to have that dip so you get your fingers in for the low frets.
Yeah, you wanted to
or
cut
the
away.
high. Yeah, the cutaway. So you get in there like an electric guitar. Because I'm not playing mariachi. I want to get down there and be like.
You don't want that. You don't want that big one where you're like, boom.
Yeah, no. The
No.
bandolon? No.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm all set on that.
No?
Yeah. No.
All right.
What do you want a bass? You want a cello?
I loved playing upright bass. Upright bass has such a unique sound. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, I was playing some music for the boys when I was playing them songs that I played in the jazz band. Oh, dude, they hated it. They're like, "This stuff is weird." I'm like, "Yeah, but it's." I'm like, "Just listen to the boom, boom,
Well, you're
boom,
like,
boom,
well,
boom."
you're weird. All defensive about it.
Pretty much, yeah, dude. They hate my music.
They don't like less than Jay.
They don't like music that has like instruments.
Yeah. Well, it happens.
I know. It is what it is.
Yeah. Let's pause for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and we're back. So sorry for that. Dealing with the fallout of what happened, but
It's not a fallout. You're just dealing with, family situation. So
yeah,
it is what it is. It comes with it. So
I'm almost out of beer anyway. We should have wrapped it up, but
well, we can wrap it up now.
we're back to wrap it up. Yeah. So you're telling me about your guitars?
Yeah, we got way off topic. We're supposed to talk about Christmas, and we just went off on a wild tangent.
You know, it's bringing it back to Christmas with the guitars. Dusty Lee and Just Friends.
Yep.
It's like he's got 10 fingers. When Jamie smiles. Love that movie.
You know, I do have to remember, I did get 3 guitars for Christmas one time. Well, 3 years, like 3 separate years. So.
Oh, I was about to say 3 in 1 year. Damn.
I wish, dude. Yeah. My parents know. They would have been like, fuck you. But I got one for my grandma, and then I got one for my parents. And then I bought myself one and wrapped it up for Christmas.
Did you really?
Yep.
Think.
Yeah, my Telecaster I bought for myself.
Well, the blue Gretsch I got for myself for a birthday. I don't know if the Banyas too. I might have gotten that for myself for my birthday. I know I got the drum kit for my birthday because I put it on a credit card. It was like fucking $700. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, my telly was $850.
That's nice.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome.
The only thing I don't like about tellies is they look so simplistic.
That's the best part about them, dude, is that they're so simplistic.
See, I like my shit to have a little design. Like, see, like this Epiphone, simple.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty direct, but simple. The Gretsch, it's got design to it. It's got a body to it.
Well, all right, here, let me show you.
It's got the curves.
Well, here, I'll show you what my Telecaster looked like.
And the Ibanez, well, that's just my baby. That's Ibana. That's my girl.
Here, this is what. Let me see if I can find.
Come on, Jamie.
Come on. Oh, the picture won't load.
Oh.
Well, here. It looked like that minus the rose thing on the pickguard. I had a Bigsby tailpiece on it.
Okay.
So.
I like the Bigsby.
Oh, dude, it was nice, but dude, it was a pain in the dick to keep that thing in tune.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you use it a lot, yeah.
Well, yeah, I didn't use it that much. It was mainly just for show.
Mm-hmm.
But when I did use it, it fucking put that thing out of tune.
Like, oh, yeah.
That.
You ever you remember the movie Crossroads?
Mm-hmm.
When what's his name? I'm drawing a blank.
Ralph Macchio? No, Steve Vai?
Steve Vai grabs the guitar and he's just fucking holding it.
Oh, yeah.
The Wawa bar. I was like, damn. He's just like, wee.
Oh, I know, dude. That was a good movie.
That is, well, that duel is the best part of the movie.
Yeah, well, yeah.
The rest of him is like, I gotta drive down. I want to be the best blues player in the world. It's like, okay. Okay, Karate Kid. Okay, outsider.
And then he's like pretending to play that solo, and you could clearly tell he's not playing.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot what we were watching. I was watching some movie the other day, and the guy was like pretending to play guitar. And I went and got my guitar and I played what he was playing. I'm like, these aren't even the chords that are supposed to be here.
Do you remember the dueling banjos from Deliverance?
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome scene too.
Yeah. I used to be able to play
that. The fucking kid from the Hills Have Eyes there with the fucking bifocals. He's just like with the banjo.
Dude, I miss playing as much as I used to.
I wish I could play more.
Me too.
I grabbed my guitar. I grabbed that guitar yesterday. I was listening to the Folie à Deux album, and even though I don't know how to play any of the songs, I was kind of like riffing along, just power chording my way through it. And I was just like, oh, this is probably what it feels like to fucking. So good, such a good album too.
Mm-hmm.
That was the last good album for me on Fall Out Boy. Still, okay. So there's another gift I could say that I want is the Infinity on High album.
Okay.
Which I haven't found. And Phil told me, he's like, oh, they got those at Kiss the Sky out in Aurora. And I was like, fuck. I gotta go there and drop like $100 then. It's a good record store, though.
Yeah.
That's where I got, what did I get there? I got one of the good albums there that I got. Can't remember which one.
Well, what you think about that, I'll bust out the...
Yeah, no, I can't remember it right now. Actually, my buddy Buncha was like, because I was showing him, I was like, dude, I bought the Black Sabbath album and I bought 16 Stone. He's like, how many albums do you have? I was like, I don't know.
Oh, did you open this?
Yeah, I had a drink out of it.
Oh.
On the rocks. It was good. But,
I have some of the Sabrina Carpenter Me Espresso.
Is that what it is?
No, she has that song Espresso.
Oh, yeah. I haven't heard any of her stuff.
She looks like she's made by AI.
Does she?
Did you ever look at her?
I've seen her. I just
like if you pull her up, she looks like she's made by AI. I mean, she's a real person, but
yeah,
she looks like she's AI generated.
She looks very like new age Britney Spearsy.
Yeah, kind of.
So what is this? Espresso.
This is an espresso martini by On the Rocks.
Ooh.
Which the On the Rocks stuff, dude,
is good.
Is good. The jalapeno pineapple margarita, and then the
strawberry daiquiri.
Strawberry daiquiri is good.
I've had it. It's good, but it's probably like a stouty kind of.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a martini though, so it's vodka.
Okay.
Cheers.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yes. Follow us on X, Instagram, Facebook, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Yes. Sorry this wasn't more Christmassy.
Well, we tried.
We tried.
But
there's a lot of stuff going on.
There's a lot of gremlins under the table. Mm-hmm. Cheers. Okay. Good night, everybody.
No, that's not bad.
No, very coffee-like.
Yes.